ball of your life, and it'll disappear over deep mid-wicket. So all eyes now on the left-handed SkShahbaz. Can't take your eyes off him in the field. Got to keep watching him. Almost decapitated the umpire. Umpire was down quickly, and it's 4. That was hit like a shell past the umpire.
Pretty much was a bullet, wasn't it, from the bats of SkShahbaz, and great credit to Mark Hawthorne. Look at how quickly it's a move here. Watch the umpire, not the shots. Well, Craig Young is taking evasive action, so too is the man in pink, and doesn't he do well? I don't think it's exactly where Young intended it. He was trying to squeeze it into the block hole. Low full toss can be difficult to hit, but great wrist from SkShahbaz.
Well, I don't know if he's ever played a game of hockey, SkShahbaz, but I would think he'd be pretty handy if he did.
Also going to bring about a change in the field, Wilco. Paul Stirling over consulting with his bowler. Mark Adair came into the conversation. The Brains Trust comes together. And now we're going to see Balbirnie come up at long on. It's very short, straight from this end. Fine leg goes back. Going to be short.
Just picked it up. Picked it up again on that leg side. Hasn't timed it at all.
Well, for me, Wilco, this game, it hangs in the balance. It really does. Right here, Ireland, they have the winning of the game with a good finish and a restriction of Pakistan to less than 165. But if Pakistan get away, and these two, they could easily get away, they could still drive it up towards 180. And 180 would be much more like what I think Pakistan would like to be a winning target, like to give their much vaunted pace attack to defend. The wicket in general has played pretty well.
Yeah, it has. Good change of pace. Iftikhar was quickly onto it because he picked up the length of the ball, but it was a light change of pace.
Yeah, definite slower ball bouncer. I think it's a good spot, Wilco. He's driven that into the surface. Something Paul Stirling said yesterday in the press conference, the pre-series press conference, Alan, was that Ireland haven't played a lot of cricket here in recent times, so even they don't quite know what the surface was going to do. Learning process for both sides.
Well, I did say that SkShahbaz was unorthodox. He was coming down the pitch. The bowler had 3 more yards to go in his run-up.
But again, Young, I think, has learnt, isn't it?
Yeah.
He's gone into the surface, he's driving it in and bowling those off-cutters. Young will tend to not bowl at the very top of the innings or the very depth, so if he can get through one more delivery here, he'll close out a really good spell. 2 for 27 he has right now. It's been excellent.
Just the one, Stirling, the fielder. End of the over. 133, 138 for 5.
That's going to round out Craig Young's spell. Exceptional figures, 4 overs, 2 for 27. It will be, as we speculated, Alan, it's going to be Mark Adair to bowl 18 and 20. I suspect McCarthy will have to bowl the 19th. These 3 overs, these 18 deliveries, massive in the context of not just today's match, but also the series.
Absolutely it does. So Mark Adair, over number 18 for Ireland. SkShahbaz on strike. Has to stretch for it, reach for it, horizontal bat. Again, a slight change of pace, just marginally slower.
There's so much on the line here at Wilco, not just in terms of this series, the World Cup preparation, the big dance that's going to be taking place next month in the USA and the Caribbean, but also for Ireland, a little eye on the 2026 T20 World Cup and their potential chances of qualifying automatically for that. Even just one win here over Pakistan, let alone a series win, would really put them in the box seat to take an automatic spot, even if they don't get to the Super 8 stages. I know that will be their aim come the journey and the odyssey across to New York and the rest of America for Group A, but a lot on the line here for Ireland.
Goes inside out. Could be a chance. No, it's not. It's 6 all the way. What an extraordinary stroke that was from Iftikhar.
Yeah, George Dockrell, I think he was teased by this, wasn't he? He felt he was in the game for, well, 90% of its journey towards him. But it shows the power and the brute force of Iftikhar Ahmed. What a shot this is. I don't think Adair will feel as though he's done a massive amount wrong with the delivery. He's looked for the guideline outside, but he's got it over Dockrell for 6. Now it's going to be followed up by 4 more. The first one was power. This is all touch, Alan Wilkins. How good a piece of batting is this? 10 from just 2 deliveries.
Yeah, well, now that puts a lot of pressure. A lot of pressure on the bowler. Mark Adair. So you've gone for 10 in your first 2.
It was the slower ball, wasn't it? The off-cutter from Mark Adair, but exceptional reading of the delivery and then execution from Ahmed. Bang, bang, 6-4.
Short. Picked up. Could be out. Great effort. Balbirnie it was who tried to get there. The ball was never going to reach him.
One of the things I love about Clontarf, Wilco, you're so close to the action, not just us here on the sidelines in the commentary booth, but also for the fans. They feel like they're right on top of the players, and they were willing Balbirnie on to take that catch. That's the VIP pavilion there where a lot of the Irish friends and family will be. They were pleading with Andy Balbirnie to get his hands underneath that, but the 150's come up. 14 deliveries left. Pakistan, they want 170 plus. Can they get there?
Is it gone? Yes, it's been claimed.
McCarthy. Barry McCarthy again. He's everywhere.
Barry McCarthy. That is a spectacular catch. They don't come much better, especially when you have to dive forward. The ball's coming and you feel that you're not going to get there. It's a magnificent catch. How inspirational is this for Ireland?
Well, since you've joined me alone, we've seen 5 runs saved, we've seen him boot one onto middle sump, and now we've seen him leap forward and take a wonderfully athletic diving catch. It was actually the on-pace delivery. I think Adair has missed the block hole, so it was there to be hit. Oh, but that's exceptional. Barry McCarthy at his best. The one thing you can always guarantee is 100% effort. It's brought about another big wicket. Zaman's gone for 20, and it's now 150 for 6. I think it's big Shaheen Shah Afridi to the crease. Gets a huge roar as the PA announcer announces his name. Wilco, you've done a lot of cricket. Well, Shaheen Shah Afridi, special talent.
Well, he is. And what he has done in recent seasons as captain of the Lahore Qalandars, I guess as captain, you've got extra license to put yourself up the order, but he has, and he's been batting at 5 and 6, sometimes at 4. But he can get important runs. He just loves to favour that leg side, a little bit like Fakhar Zaman, just helps it round on that leg side. So he'd be looking over towards the nets on the far side, leg side of this ground. Interesting that he's come in ahead of Imad Wasim. Short, leg side. I think that was a drop catch.
It's been put down, and I think, would you believe, Alan, I think it's George Dockrell, of all people, one of Ireland's most reliable fielders. It should have been 2 and 2. Instead, it'll be a single to get Afridi off the mark. It's 151 for 6.
Ireland have bowled and fielded themselves not just into this contest, but I would say at the moment they're in pole position against Pakistan. And this batting by Pakistan puts their bowlers under pressure.
They'd be a touch more conservative.
Yes, they will.
I'd say it's game on.
Yeah,
I think it's very much game on, though. Last 2 overs critical again. Here's McCarthy.
Well, Shaheen Shah Afridi, he's out there now. He'll have an idea of the pace of this pitch, what he's going to bowl on it. Naseem Shah, Abbas Afridi, those are your 3 seamers. Imad Wasim to bowl his left arm spin. Iftikhar can bowl his off spin. Shadab, of course, the leg spinner.
A very small sample set here at this ground in terms of the T20I game. Only 3 T20Is have been held here, as the games in Dublin have tended to gravitate across to Malahide, the other a little bit further up the northern coast, that beautiful ground in the village.
That's virtually on one leg. It's a one-legged 6. It's a short boundary straight, but it's still got to get there.
Yeah, it's the shortest part of the ground by a distance today. It's come in, well, what, 5 or 6 meters in from the actual perimeter of the ground, because you've got the grounds covers, the advertising. And then the rope has to have that distance in play. Alan Border famously hit, I think it was 34 from an Angus Dunlop over in a touring game. Might have been back in 1993 at this venue. Shaheen Shah Afridi shows that when you do hit it straight here like Border did all those years ago off the off breaks of Angus Dunlop, you get good reward. Big strike for 6. But Wilco, because of that small sample set, there hasn't been many games played here and they've tended to all be low scoring. That being said, the one big chase that was achieved was by Ireland against Zimbabwe, hunting down 152 with 9 deliveries to spare. So they don't want to chase much more than 170. That might put it out of reach. 10 deliveries left for Pakistan to work with.
Yeah, Barry McCarthy will try and use the fast bowler's mentality here against Shaheen Shah Afridi, in the sense that he'll know that anything up and Shaheen will have a go at it. So he's going to try and tempt him with some short stuff here. By nature, Shaheen doesn't like the short stuff. He'd rather he'd rather get down the pitch to the ball, and he loves this leg side. Bowled into the surface again. And the fact that Shaheen is so tall gives the bowler an advantage, because he can pitch it short because he is so tall.
Yeah, and I think McCarthy's certainly identified he's not going to be going slower ball again, is he? He's got to go on pace. It's the first over he's bowled from this end, bowling down the hill with the wind, if you will, as well. He did the hard yards for his first 3 overs. The figures don't look pretty today, but it doesn't really tell his story, does it? He's been everywhere in the field, McCarthy. He's in many ways coming into his own as one of Ireland's real talisman under the captaincy, the permanent captaincy now of Paul Sterling and the white ball stuff. He's got 2 deliveries left.
Bowled. Shaheen's looking to the square leg umpire to say, well, you know, is that wide? It's not.
I think he's pleading with both umpires. The reason why, it was definitely outside the guideline, but in fairness to Mark Hawthorne, I think he's made the right decision, because there was a significant shuffle across pre-ball from Afridi to try and target the leg side, to hit it towards the pavilion here in Clontarf. So as a consequence, the umpire should adjust his guideline. It was outside the guideline for McCarthy, but he gets away with a 4th dot in the over. He'll just have 1 ball left to try and close out his spell. Pakistan, it's hovering around that 170, isn't it?
Yeah, well, at the toss, Babar Azam said 180. He's looking at 180. That's what he likes. Shaheen goes big over deep mid-wicket. 6 big runs for Shaheen.
Gets us to the end of the 19th. It's 163 for 6.
One over to go. 163 on the board for Pakistan, put into bat by Paul Sterling, Ireland's umpire, Ireland's captain. The umpires have been in mortal danger.
Well, I think the talk coming into the series with the small boundary lengths, particularly down the ground, was of an absolute run fest. Don't think Ireland will be too displeased with how they've done. 6 deliveries left in the first innings.
That is a top edge over fine leg for 6.
And this is where you have to feel for a bowler. Not done a huge amount wrong here. That boundary towards fine leg, as that one's gone, well, it can't be more than, what, 50 metres, can it? And he's just got it up and over. Craig Young is up in the circle, right on the edge of it. Maybe just the line a touch wrong. Needs to get it outside off. Good innovation. And it's back-to-back maximums. The last ball of the 19th, the first of the 20th. That 180's back on the cards.
Yeah, it is. Mark Adair with his final over. Iftikhar. Oh, he's getting the wide. The umpire has said wide.
Well, that can't be the line that Mark Adair is intending to bowl here, Alan. Surely he's got to get it outside the off stump, particularly given the strength of Ahmed with that bottom hand that comes through so effectively. Such an impactful innings from him. 26 off 11. Fakhar Zaman just struggled to get going a bit. Ahmed's made it up for him. Big final 5 deliveries, these.
Makes a little bit of room, and that extra room makes it easier to play that shot through third. It's 4.
And now the double-digit overs are coming with ease, aren't they, for Pakistan? They're getting that flourish despite losing wickets with some regularity in the second half of this innings. They are counter-effecting that with plenty of runs. And 180 is almost guaranteed now. Adair, so often Ireland's hero at the death. Well, he's under the pump now. 11 from 2 legal deliveries and still 4 to go. Ahmed, a sparkling knock.
Iftikhar, massive blow over square leg. 6 big runs from Iftikhar.
Well, this is a cameo that could be a game-changing cameo. Is it a game-winning one from Iftikhar Ahmed? His strike rate soaring up towards 300. He's gone 6-4-6 from 3 legal deliveries, interspersed by a wide. Well, it was a very friendly off-cutter, wasn't it? Sized up. You felt like he was expecting that was coming, and smashed away. The crowd that maybe is supporting Ireland and Pakistan in equal measure, if not possibly favouring the visitors. They're loving every second of this. 24 degrees, runs and wickets aplenty. What's not to love on a Friday afternoon?
Yeah, I know, but if you're Mark Adair, you're worried. You're worried because you've got to finish this final over. Bold. Oh, he's got to be out. Hit the stumps, he can't hit them. Shaheen was in all kinds of trouble. He was halfway down the pitch. He had given up the chase. All that Mark Adair had to do was roll the ball onto the stumps.
Well, I just want to give great credit here to Harry Tector. He saved a run as well. It was almost too easy, wasn't it, for Adair to affect the run out. But Tector was very alive to the fact that the throw might be coming, and he ran 25-30 yards maybe to cut off the overthrow. Maybe Ahmed wouldn't have taken it anyway. He wants the strike from these final now 2 deliveries.
Looking for the Yorker again, beautifully bowled. Mark Adair chases himself. See, more often than not, the Yorker is the ball where even the informed batter can't score from. It's the most difficult to bowl consistently, but it's the ball that stops runs.
and a little bit of hindsight in what I'm going to say here, but clearly to Ahmed in particular, surely the Yorker, the on-pace delivery into the block hole is a better option than a pretty friendly, floaty, either length slower ball or full slower ball, which he picked up and dispatched nicely. I think Pakistan, just over the course of the last 2 to 3 overs, have maybe gone into the ascendancy again. They've got past that 180 that Captain Babar Azam wanted. Anything now from Shaheen Shah Afridi is a bonus. Here comes the final delivery of the first innings.
Shaheen does a little bit of a waltz after the ball. Iftikhar doesn't want to go back for the second. Shaheen wanted it, so a single off the last ball. And Pakistan, they finish 182.